Jesus, 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 Jesus. Little higher in Jesus.
What's going on, everybody? Brother Chris with Soul Hunters Outdoors, from the woods to the hood. Hey, we here this next week. We got another devotion for you this week. We coming down here. We're gonna get some of these things going every week, like we've been telling you. We got a lot of stuff in the making right now. We got we got a raffle going on for the deer stand that we're raffling off. So y'all don't forget to buy a ticket on that right there. And it's gonna be a huge blessing. It's gonna bless a lot of people. But the devotion I got for you this week, I'm gonna take it back to a couple of weeks ago when I was talking about Moses leading the Israelites out of Egypt. Well, what I want to go back to is I want to talk between Moses and Aaron and what the difference is between them two right there. You see, Aaron was placed into Moses' life saying that he was one of his brethren and that he was supposed to be the spokesperson for Moses. And he turns around, and the importance between this right here is Moses saw the revelation of who God was, but Aaron seen the things that God did because he was the spokesperson through him. So we turn around, we look at this, and Aaron was right there with Moses through everything because he was his spokesperson. It was Aaron's rod that when they were standing in front of Pharaoh, that he threw down onto the ground and it became a serpent. And then Pharaoh told his men to come and throw their rods down. And then Aaron's rod is the one that ate up the other rods from the Pharaoh's guys. So we turn around and look at this and we see, you know what? What's the difference in these two right here? Aaron was here the whole entire time, the same thing that Moses was, and they were walking side by side through everything that they did. I mean, Aaron was right there beside him through the plagues. Aaron was right there beside him when the water turned to the blood. Aaron was right there with him when they walked across dry ground, across the Red Sea. And even before they got to the Red Sea, when they were in the wilderness, and after they crossed the Red Sea, after all of Pharaoh and his armies were completely destroyed, they were there together. They began to walk together. They seen everything side by side. But once they got to where they were going, and Moses was there, and Moses was spending time on the mountain. He was spending time with God, and Moses was turning around and spending time, and he was praying to God, getting the revelation of who God was. But then you turn around and look, and in Exodus chapter 32 verse 1, it says, "Now when the people saw that Moses delayed coming down from the mountain, the people gathered together to Aaron, and it said to him, 'Come, make us gods that shall go before us. For as for this Moses, the man who brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we do not know what has become of him.'" See, when Aaron was hanging around the people of the Israelites, he began to think like the people of the Israelites. He began to get influenced from the Israelites. While Moses was up on the mountain getting the revelation of who God was, Aaron was down there with the Israelites, and he began to get persuaded by the Israelites. He began to turn away from everything that God has done, all the signs and the wonders that he's seen God do. But instead of getting the revelation from God, he began to turn and he began to start acting like the people that he was hanging around with. So I want to ask you today, what's the influence of the people that you're hanging around with? What kind of influence do they have on you? You see one man by the name of Moses that was being influenced by God, spending his time getting a revelation of who God was. He was getting the 10 Commandments that the Lord has spoken to everybody, that is put in his law, into his word. And we look at Aaron, who began to be influenced by the Israelites, who couldn't see what God was doing, but instead he told Aaron, he said, "Build us something that we may worship something. Build us an idol that can go before us, that can lead us, instead of looking to the one true King. Instead of looking to the one that had originally done everything for them and continues to do everything for them." They had forgotten about everything that God had done, and they were wanting to focus on something different. So what are you focusing on, and what kind of influence are the people that are hanging around you? What kind of influence do they have on you? Guys, this is Brother Chris with Soul Hunters Outdoors. We got some events that are coming up that we're going to put out there that y'all can come help and serve with us. But it's what we want to be, is the hands and feet of Jesus. We want to be here. That way, if you want to reach out to us, if you need prayer, if you want to come see us, we're at 751 Dean Patchett Road on Wednesdays and Sundays. And we also have prayers on Tuesdays. If y'all want to come see us, come talk to us. Y'all come hang out with us. We look forward to seeing y'all.